Hello, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of next 4 weeks with a general overview. We're going to start out with the coffee cup, then we're going to dive into the tarot. We're going to go week by week to see what's showing up if it doesn't have clarity in the cup, to see what's actually coming forth with the tarot. And by the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, hit subscribe. Subscription is the best and the free way to support the channel. And if you would like a private reading, I have my email in the description box. Just send me an email and I get back to you as soon as possible. Let's start out with your coffee cup and see what's happening there. I already see some formation here outside your comfort zone. There is a new environment forming. I see someone actually leaning down on the walls, maybe trying to get outside of it. This can be something that is already established. I see a wolf in there. It can be like a family structure. Maybe you are actually going to become a part of a family. However, this person kind of like has a negative vibe there. Maybe someone who doesn't want to be in that space anymore. Maybe you are, this can be a good friend as well. I see maybe romantic relationship. First thing popped in my head. There's a pathway leading there. Maybe you're considering to get married to someone or enter into their family. There's somebody here, maybe like a woman. I mean, I don't really see the physical features that much. The head looks like a man and the body kind of like doesn't really clear, but it can be, there can be somebody inside that space. They're not really feeling comfortable. They're all worked out, or this can be even like you're looking for a job, the pathway are leading you there. It's an opportunity. It's a space. Maybe when you walk into it, it is going to be different. Your experience is going to be different because our experiences most of the time depending on our beliefs. And so maybe you're going to meet someone that is going to make you feel like, oh, maybe I should not be in the space energy. However, I feel like this is something, because there's a fish right here, which will have abundance for you. Even though some people might not be thriving in that space, when you step into it, you might be thriving in there because it is fitting with your nature better. The thing is, the first example popped in my head is like a Taurus, for example. You are Gemini. After Taurus comes a Gemini as a month. However, you have totally different natures because it's an earth sign and you're a Gemini, you are an air sign. You're much more outspoken, adventurous, and you like to have conversations. Taurus is more like they like to have conversations, communications as well, but they prefer a slower life. So like this can be a fast-paced space that will fit more with your thinking. Your mind is racing, like the speed of your mind can be aligned with the space better than the person inside of it. So before like stepping in, if you're seeing something or getting some negative comments, I don't mean in the moral sense, I mean in the pace sense. Maybe it's something that you need to experience in order to see if it's fitting for you or not. Another thing I see here is someone had an eye, the third eye opening up. This can be again you, because I see there's kind of like a boiling or some things are bubbling there on the bottom of like from your heart. It is starting to form and come to surface. We have here, there's a ring. The ring can be commitment, can be a contract, can be a relationship commitment. And it seems like you have the third eye opening up. So before the things happen, you might start to have visions of those things. And the vision can be your visualization. Vision can be having like clips flashing in your mind. And if it does, you might consider that as a dream, but it can be also like understanding or seeing. It's a foresight, basically. And it's a skill. And the third eye can really bring us flashes or feelings to foresee what's going to happen. And I see the ring here. This can be you feeling before an offer comes to you, a commitment offer comes to you. The thing is though, when you step into that, I told you, there's like a very crowded within the second week timeline. The first week is calm. You are getting flashes or ideas, like, or maybe even inspiration, information. Second week, you're stepping into a very busy environment. I see a pelican here with like a large beak right there. Pelicans, this is the thing about them. they are a little greedy in the sense of you can see them like trying to bite off a big bird or like an animal that they cannot carry. So this can be a person, okay, that is maybe someone who can travel, who has resources to travel. However, they might be trying, or maybe they want a business, but they're trying to bite something they cannot really be able to chew off. And in this crowd, and I feel like this can be someone already have done that, and maybe you're getting invited into this space to help them out to figure out and resolve the situation. And I see number 6 here. Number 6 symbolizes unconditional love, acceptance, support. You might be the one here showing up as support, but also when you step into that space, maybe this person doesn't really see a lot of support anymore, but you will receive instead of them. And I see there's a star right here. Star is your wish fulfillment. And I see there's a duck. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the duck's energy right there. Also, like duck's energy reminds me of the unconditional love. So when you step into that space, because you are the one who's the bringer of the solution, maybe that's why you're going to be embraced very lovingly, and like your existence is going to be really appreciated in that space, even though it looks like a hectic environment. However, I feel because you're an air sign, you're an intellectual one. This is intended for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or this can be, or also another thing for some of you, I feel like this is coming for the Mars sign as well, if you have it on Gemini. This is your passion, how you actually go after your passion, how you take action, can be career-wise. There's an upgrade coming forward here, and this is the space, even though it looks like a hectic environment, this is going to be something that you're going to be thriving in there. So overall, it looks like a very good energy for you, and even there's a step up coming forth, and towards the end of the month, it's calming down. I feel for some of you, this can even be a space really matching with your energy, that when you step inside of it, you're going to like create a flow and organization in there that will really like calm down gradually. And you will be maybe a manager in that space. This can be like living environment, work environment, a school environment. This can be friendship environment, or like a company that you want to, maybe there is a business, that idea coming up to you. Maybe it's an unexplored area that you are actually bringing order into that situation. It can be something like that as well. But when you see chaos, I see there's a person here who's staring at a tuning fork. You can see their faces right there. So that's why I feel like it's not really your forte. Usually Virgo has that energy of organizing things. But I feel like here you are really, your mind is so aligned with this project, this thing, the system, that is actually really matching the energy. You're matching the energy. In your heart, I see there are 3 people here, and maybe you're wondering about what they're going to do, or this can be family members close to your heart, and you don't really have clarity about them. However, towards the end of the month, there's a pathway opening. Maybe the pathway is leading them to, allowing them to come towards you. And I also see there's a legal paper. If you have any legal issues with these people, it's clarifying. There's like a clear tabula rasa and a new beginning. Following that, the 4th week, I see here, there's like kind of looks like a Fabergé egg. It can be like a source of abundance. It can be a gift, something valuable coming into your life. And then these people are arriving. They might be bringing something to you. Another thing here, maybe when you're receiving something of an abundance, I see massive fish here, maybe massive money, resources, connections. These people come forth to maybe take a piece of that, but they are attached to maybe their mental state, or where they are, maybe the regular place that they're living in. They're not going to be able to come and physically take anything from you. It's just going to be in your control. The thing is, I told you, there are many pathways opening. I see letter N as in Nancy. This can mean someone's first name or the last name, leading you towards this space right here outside of your comfort zone. And there's a space in your comfort zone as well. So some of you might be actually doing 2 things at once this month. There is something within the 3rd week. I told you there's like a The crowd is actually, crowdedness is easing down, leading you towards a new beginning. In the meantime, there's a heart shape right here. The heart shape can be symbolizing a romantic opportunity or someone who has this kind of like a feelings for you showing up, but they're standing outside the border. Maybe they need you to allow them into your space. And so, but it's like a heavy heart. So this can be someone who's coming with some expectations. That's why maybe you have a boundary initially, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see again, first 2 weeks, there is something happening there. You can see. And then the following is actually much calmer. There's a tears of joy coming forth here. There's a kind of like a feel like a ghost that the one eye is visible, the mouth is visible in your heart space. Ghosts can be someone who ghosted you, maybe in the family or the friends, someone who is in the back of your mind, like ghost of the past type of a person. Okay, seems like this is showing up. I feel like you're going to receive some information or some news from them, or they're thinking about you. That's why you might be having like flashbacks of this person or seeing them in the dream. There's your desire has some time. It's not happening immediately. I see a dog right here along the way. I feel like this desire is like a wish fulfillment. The star is showing up in the beginning. So initially you might start something, feels like your wish fulfillment, your heart's desire, but it takes some time and it requires your loyalty and your strong belief to maybe even like keeping it in your mind, back of your mind, that it's a possible thing. It's a desire, a burning desire. You want to make it happen. If you hold on to the thought, it is going to come forward. So maybe even like let me give you an example. Maybe you want to learn a new language, but when you start, that's your wish fulfillment. As soon as you start, that's your wish is fulfilled. However, in order to learn it, you need to keep going. And there might be a time because of the life happening and you're getting busy, you're not going to be able to pursue it for a while. It can be about moving to a new country. The path is opening, but it requires some effort and time. And the loyalty, the dog indicates loyalty here. I told you there's a log right there. It might require you to be a little loyal to the cause and keep pursuing that path. Another thing in your heart space, there are 3 different pathways opening here. I feel like you're going to be really busy with life. If you have other like things outside of that, desires, they might take some time. Okay, another thing I see, your energy field is expanding, and there is like I told you there's someone here holding you down, and this holding down is not really a positive thing. It's like maybe holding you down by thought or holding you down by a contract, something, or maybe a verbal promise that you made to this person. But it seems like you see the sunshine coming and the horizon, there's a unicorn in there. It seems like here something to break that deal coming forward, so you can really go outside and start exploring new things without feeling attached to this thing. I see number 3, and then I see letter E like reversed here. When you put them together, they make number 8, which is material satisfaction, karma. So there might be a karmic cycle also during this timeline, the next 4 weeks that you're closing. Okay. I see here there's a man with a feather on top of his head running away, okay? Or maybe it's not a feather, it's just maybe like a tie. They tie their hair upright. And this person is maybe scaring some people away too while they're running away. But I feel like maybe this is someone that has been holding you back for a while, or a belief or a system. We have the patriarchal system right now, maybe holding you for a while now. You're breaking free from this system. Like, I mean, maybe the system is letting you go because it's in your heart space. So I feel like this is a system that you believed that they're doing the right thing, but I feel like you are now thinking that, okay, I need to allow them to go, let them go, so I can actually explore new things. This can be a set of rules. What happened to the light? Let's get more into it. That you keep following, or this can be a belief system that you are actually strictly, attached to. It can be a person that their rules are really binding you down. Okay, Let's see the tarot now. We can clarify that. This is coming up within the 3rd week. We can clarify if this is a person that is, or a situation, a structure. This kind of seems like here 3 like fires are burning as well. Fire symbolizes something that you're passionate about. Again, towards the end of the 2nd week, it can be also coming ahead. 1st week, we have the justice will be served. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. So if you're, I told you there's number 3 and the letter E. They're aligning. Like E is right there. 3 is on top of it. It seems like this can be E, economy, maybe 3 is creativity. They're merging together. This can be like an economic freedom coming into your life. And it is going to happen in a way, it's going to be fair. It's going to be something that you are worthy of, you're deserving, and it's going to really serve you, okay? And what we see in this angel, usually the Themis, the angel of justice, her eyes are tied, you know, or like when you look at her. But is she angel, the god of justice? But in this one, in this card, we see the angel of Archangel Raguel. His eyes are not really tied, so he can see the truth. He's not blind. So that's why, like, if you did something good, and it doesn't matter to who, it doesn't matter, the source should be that person either. This is going to actually bring you equality and the rulings made in your favor, okay? I kind of start to see here, maybe there's a bull right there. I mentioned Taurus energy. Taurus also hierophant symbolizes the authority figure. So if you have any authority issues that needs to be resolved, it seems like they're also aligning. Clean papers are showing up. We have 9 of Raphael's the 2nd week. You might have a wish fulfilled. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. So you are manifesting a wish fulfillment. I see it in your behind your plate as well. Maybe pursuing that wish, bringing that to finalization might take a little while. We have dog here. It might require your loyalty. However, this is going to be something to be celebrate. This is going to be something to feel joyful about. And it is coming forth the 2nd week timeline. Okay, the 1st week, they're all looking very good. But I feel like 1st week is all about like closing a cycle of negativity maybe and stepping into an era of receiving what you're worthy of, materialistically, emotionally, really feeling that you are being favored. 9 of Raphael's is like hitting the jackpot. It's maybe something that you want, you wish. However, you're not really attached to that much. And that's coming into your life in a very joyful manner, okay? Let's see what's happening within the 3rd week. Guys, this is like one of the best spreads so far. 4 of Gabriels can be marriage, can be closing a cycle, ending, like this is the finish line here, ending a cycle and celebrating with your loved ones or attending to a wedding, becoming a part of a celebration, which is beautiful energy right there for you. Time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. The 3rd week seems like here can be even, I told you, there's like a side circle under the cup there. And there's someone maybe in a burdensome situation there. And if that's your energy, it seems like you are breaking free from that within the 3rd week. We have finally, 4th week is an Ace of Michaels. This is Ace of Swords. This is a new idea, a wonderful new idea. And he's on top of the mountains here. Really elevated idea. Maybe really creative, as well as something very high vibrational, very abundant. It is going to be really abundant when you apply the idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. So when you pursue the idea, or maybe you're already pursuing something creative, there might be bumps on the road. And this is basically suggesting that to be very, resilient to that. Clear up communication problems with others. Ace of Swords energy also suggests that this can be you forming a new communication lines with people that are maybe aligned with you, or really that you don't know these people. You're creating alignment with them. What happens there is can be cultural, can be language wise. You might have communication problems with them. This doesn't mean that there's bad will. bad wishes. I feel like this can be about like cultural differences as well. So this is telling you to ask the right questions and try to understand more than trying to express yourself here. And then the right time comes when you understand what's happening. I see even a bag of money right there. Do we have that? We have a crown of upgrade right there, authority. So maybe you're going to become an authority. That's why you need to really understand what people really desire, okay? Let's see the first week. We have the Justice with the Magician. So Magician is your energy, Gemini. This calls for you really gathering up resources and using them. The resources can be, maybe there's a legal situation and you have evidence, okay? Print it out and bring it to the right places. And maybe you have an answer, a response to something that has been asked and you have something to show for it. Go ahead and prepare that. Maybe you have an ability, maybe you want to make something happen. You have an ability and use that skill, okay? Because that is going to really get you to justice faster. I feel like even faster. We have here snake around your belt. This can be like shedding the old skin and maybe even changing your mind about certain people and certain situations, certain structures, how they operate in order to really help them serve you basically, okay? And the Nine of Gabriel's, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, happiness. And here he has the magic lamp, the genie coming out of it, comes with the Empress energy. Empress is also a creative energy, but this is different than the Magician. The Magician uses the tools available to him, something outside of him. And the Empress is actually, she is the creative tool. She has the creative things inside of her. So she's the feminine energy, grows the crops, like the Mother Earth. Like the earth has all the ingredients, all the nutrients inside of it. So this is the second week you're going to use that inner resources, okay? Rather than taking massive action, this is going to be using the inner mental, physical resources available to you. Some of them can be your intuitive guidance, deep knowing, and also instinct as well. There are two different things if you don't know about them. I just recently actually found that out as well. Instinct can be dependent on the past experiences, giving you signs and symbols to be careful about certain things. And intuition comes as an inspiration to do some things differently. Either way though, when you utilize that power of feminine energy, you're going to really receive your heart's desire. Wow, okay, third week is about a new beginning. I told you you're coming to the finish line. Maybe you're celebrating your new success. This can be a new job, a new money opportunity, a new school, starting something, financially satisfying, a materialist success coming forth here. And this is also closing even a cycle that this is the finish line. I told you maybe you have been running a race for a while now, and this is going to help you come to the end of that race, okay? And then like release yourself from burdensome situations. This can be even maybe you had like a weight on your shoulders when it comes to money, and it is going to be lifted up because there's a new opportunity, something that you can put your energy in coming forward here. When it comes to fourth week, I told you there's an inspiration, new idea, and a communication opportunity showing up. And why? Because the Death card is coming. Death is a structure that doesn't work anymore. And this can be in a workspace. This can be a friendship. Swords energy is pretty neutral. It doesn't really carry a lot about romance or anything like that. It can be like a communication issue that you had with someone, and it's not about giving up. It's about, it is coming to a sudden end. Okay. Maybe somebody is not really picking up your phone anymore. And I feel like instead of just trying to call back, you're seeing the best part in it. There is a sun shining on the background. So you don't have to think about this anymore. You don't have to really worry yourself, because maybe this is some old news that you don't need to dwell on anymore, because there's some good news and new stuff coming into your life. That's why Death card has importance here. I feel like, yeah, because there's new plans are necessary. Something's over and done with. Maybe you're already bored of that thing as well. That's why start planning. The new idea coming forward will give you inspiration to plan for a different future, so you can really take off, maybe even go on a new adventure. Let's see. I'm going to see if there's a chakra blockage for you. and which one is that, and how can we actually unblock that so you can really receive the divine blessings coming to you. This is all about like taking action and also receiving the blessings coming so you can grow your crops too. Okay, let's see what we have is the heart chakra, forgiveness. That's why I feel like Empress and this green color, the Nine of Cups energy comes in the green color. This is about forgiveness. Forgiveness, when I say it, sometimes I see in the comments, I read all your comments, by the way, and it says like, oh, I'm not forgiving anyone. It's most of the time, forgiveness doesn't mean that, okay, I forgave you, now come back and do the same thing again. Forgiveness is releasing yourself from the burden of seeing them perish, basically, and releasing that to the creator of all that is, and releasing them out of your energy field. Another thing here, the second thing about forgiveness is it's about forgiving yourself. You see the gentle mother earth here, forgiving, taking care of the baby. It's seeing yourself that you, when you know better, you do better, understanding that and forgiving if there's a mistake, and you keep. That's like most of the times the things happen because of the self-blame. And if there is such a thing, it's also letting yourself off the hook. Okay, let's see. There might be some of you might be having heart chakra blockage. You can repeat this I forgive as affirmation. I forgive myself for my imperfections, do my best, and find contentment with that. I am good enough. I love that. I recognize my hurts and nurture my inner child with all that she or he needs. I forgive others for their preconceptions, judgments, and behaviors, trusting we are all doing our best with our current levels of awareness and patterning. Okay? I love that. This is very extremely clarifying, exactly, and aligning with this wish fulfillment. When you let themselves or yourself off the hook, you're actually going to maybe receive the wishes and the other stuff faster as well. Let's see the angel assisting you this time. Which one wants to come forth? We have Sandalphon, which is coming with the orange color here. Maybe we can say like a solar plexus with a little bit yellow as well. There are like a lot of yellow here too. So it is your creative center. It's your joy center. Maybe connecting with more joy in your life is important. Doing things that give you joy. Let's see what's the message of Sandalphon here with evolution. So you might be on the brink of evolution right now too. Sandalphon wants you to know that this is a light-filled time in your life. You are evolving by leaps and bounds. So this is a time to fill your heart with gratitude. Also remember that if manifestation is not fully apparent just yet, destiny will soon be knocking at your door, summoning you to reach new heights and new visions. Prepare by relinquishing anything of the past that stops you from emerging as the creative genius that you truly are. You will see 12 orbs emerging through the oracle, representing the universal resonance frequency. Therefore, see how 12 aspects of your own evolving nature are present at this time. You can chant, by the way, Om, to channel the creative presence of the universe and to fully initiate the promise of the future glory. Okay, you can use the chant Om. And we have here the air element, which you are, Yam. Also, this is chant that you can use, okay? All right, beautiful Geminis, that's all for today. I hope you enjoy your reading, and I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.